chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control.
Welcome back to The Two Folks. We've got the lovely singer-songwriter, Ms. Kimberly Haynes. Welcome to our wild set. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm great. Thank you for having me.
All right, let's take a seat at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow!
Nice.
Okay.
So what kind of music do you make?
I make singer-songwriter devotional.
Devotional as in connected to some sort of spirituality, or is it more like your own spiritual journey?
So one of the songs on my album is called The Pathless Path. So this is my specific path, my own devotion. So it's not necessarily attached to anything specific.
So I'm sure you went through a self-discovery journey. Can you tell us a little bit about your transformation and how you decided to take all these experiences from your life and turn them into music? Because you say something really beautiful, that your songs are your prayers. And that I love, because I felt really, I don't know, identified with something like that. I don't sing, but you know. So, but still, I thought that was beautiful. So can you explain us,
Yes.
that part?
So I've always been doing music since I was 10 years old. I was singing and making music and listening to music. And but my life experiences were such that it required me to transform. You know, and I turned that into music, because it's the music that really got me through all of those experiences growing up. And growing up was challenging, and then, you know, with all of that compounded into kind of self-destructive patterns.
Kimberly, is it because you were adopted?
Well, it's not because I was adopted. I mean, I grew up in an alcoholic home, and you know, my father suicided, and
this was your biological father or your adopted?
It's a complicated story.
Oh, okay.
It's not entirely clear, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not entirely clear. So there's a lot of story beneath the album, you know, and a lot of personal healing that I had to get through that, and also pull myself out of my own self-destructive patterns to survive.
So this was after your teenage years that you got into the music world, or was it during this time?
I've been in it. I've been in it the whole time.
How do you define devotional music, just for people that aren't familiar with some of these, you know,
terms?
I define it as in that it's really about my journey. It's not a love song. You know, it's not about a relationship with a human being. It's about my relationship with my life, my relationship with spirit.
And as far as the musical influences, what are we listening to? I mean, I'm familiar with some of these sounds, you know, especially when we go to some of these festivals and stuff like that. But what are you drawing upon as far as the influence for the music, you know, itself?
My major influence is Joni Mitchell.
Okay.
Oh, love her.
So I get that a lot when people hear my music. Oh, you sound like Joni Mitchell. Which is always, of course, I take that as a compliment. And my writing style comes from that as well. So there are stories, my songs on this album. And so you'll hear Joni Mitchell in my style, and other singer-songwriters like Sean Colvin is another person that I listen to a lot.
And the name of the album?
Awaken Me.
Awaken Me, of course. That's
So
we're all trying to awaken ourselves, right?
And there's something about you, because even the way you carry yourself and the way you were sitting there before and then here, there's this peace. Like, it's like if I was anxious or stressed, it's like I sit next to Kim and it's like, everything's okay. Like you kind of, I don't know how to say it in English, but se diluye, como que se transmite. Yeah, ¿cómo se dice se transmite?
It's spread across.
Yeah,
you
like,
know.
I can feel it, you know what I mean? So, does this have to do with, do you do a lot of meditation, or are you in some kind of like religion, Buddhism or Hinduism or something?
Am I in a cult?
I don't know.
I am.
Not in a cult, but I'm saying,
I know.
You know, what brings you all this peace and all this like Zen mode thing that we need sometimes in this show?
Yeah, because we were talking about anxiety before.
Yeah, I have a practice.
Okay.
And I have a dedicated practice for sure.
Okay.
But it's not associated with anything particular. I'm not a Buddhist. I mean, I am Jewish.
Okay.
But my practice doesn't come out of religion. It comes out of needing to save myself from my own mind.
And so you're still dealing with some of this stuff, correct?
I feel healed.
You do feel at peace
I
with
feel
yourself,
healed, yes.
Okay.
I feel healed, and I feel at peace with all of that.
Okay.
You know, it's the everyday mind stuff, you know, that's
Yeah.
challenging for all of us,
Yeah.
right? I mean, we're just like going, and it's the phone, and it's the kids,
Right.
and it's the husband, and it's health, and it's, you know, a lot of things that we have to balance.
Is meditation a big part of your practice?
Yes.
So, I mean, for me, you know, there's various parts of meditation. The simplest one and the one that took me forever to understand, you know, and to even get was just going blank, just clearing your mind and not thinking of anything.
Do you know how to do that?
I'm barely learning how to do that.
Okay.
Barely.
Please teach me.
Is that something that you try? Is that part of your practice, trying to also understand how to quiet the thoughts? I mean, I do it literally, honestly, for a few seconds at a time.
Yeah.
Chanting helps.
A
Exactly.
true losing yourself. And then as
Exactly.
soon as I realize I'm doing
by
it, and then
losing
I,
yourself.
Then you
Then I
you
come
go,
out of it.
you go, oh, I'm thought free. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
thinking. My
No,
mind is
thinking,
moving
right.
again. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I think for that you just need to, well, not you just need to, because I'm not like a professional meditator, but focusing on your breath, and also chanting
Right.
helps. It helps me. I chant sometimes, and then that kind of brings me out of my thoughts
Maybe we should get together and
times
chant,
like
honey, because
that.
I'm so stressed.
Maybe we should.
But when I hear your music, I feel like so at ease and at peace. You were saying
I'm so
that you hear this type of genre like at festivals. Where is your music usually played? Because I'm like, I can imagine this being played at a spa, for example.
Well, this is an interesting question because there isn't actually a genre for my music. It's not kirtan, you know, and it really isn't New Age. New Age isn't singer-songwriter. Content-wise, it's New Age, but, you know, in its stylistically, it's
Okay.
not. There are just many different styles on the album.
and where can people find your music?
My website,
Okay.
musicmedicinewoman.com, and iTunes, and Amazon, and
So is music your medicine, or do you also indulge in plant medicines?
music is my medicine.
These questions. This is Suzuki.